request.
Welcome to another edition of Collab by Request. The other day we put a picture of some potato pancakes we put on the interwebs, and we got so many requests of people saying, well, when are you going to make these things? When are you actually going to put a show together? Well, the cool thing about that, one, we're going to do the show right now, and two, they are darn easy to make, and three, which is when you bargain for, they're an account of two things. Three, they're really tasty. Now, when we make things, we often think, well, how much work should we do? When does a shortcut make sense? Well, when we're making these, we think a shortcut does make sense. We start with the Golden Grill russet dehydrated hash browns. Now, you can get these at Costco. They come in, you get about 1,000 of them or something like that. But these are what we start the base for potato pancakes on. And it's pretty simple. We're using our Nutribullet here. And I'm going to take about half of a carton here and put in here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put into the Nutribullet here and pulverize it to a potato powder. So put it on here very easily, and let it go. And like that, I have a magical powder here. Whoa, you can see the powder here that I'm going to put in my bowl. So these are really fine. Now I'm going to take the rest of them, the full-size guys I got here, and then dump these in. And then just crunch them up a little bit. They don't need to be quite as fine. These are going to be the texture of your potato pancakes. So I'm just going to pound these down just a bit, just to break them up. And then I'm going to take about a half onion, chopped up very finely. And I got some hot Chimayo chilies. These are dehydrated, so they're going to expand just a little bit. I'm going to put these guys in here. And I guess that's about a tablespoon or so. And then I got some hot water. It's about 160, 70 degrees right now. Pour that in there. I'm just going to let it sit for about 8 to 10 minutes. So after you've rehydrated the potatoes and the peppers and the onions, which weren't actually dehydrated, but you cooked them a little bit during that process, you're going to add 1 egg. And then I'm going to add a cup of pancake mix, just regular pancake mix. Just going to knock that down just a little bit. And then we add some milk, about 3/4 cup of milk. Then we add some beer, about a half bottle of beer, preferably German beer. And then some pepper. And then some salt. Of course, we like to use pink salt here. Pink salt is the official salt of Cook Like a Bastard and Cook Like a Bastard Studios. So after you get that all together, let's mix it up. And you want your batter pretty thin, so if it feels a little thick, you might want to add a little more milk or a little more beer, but this feels about right. So while you're doing this, you're going to want to heat up a griddle. Just put it with some Pam or whatever you got, and let that heat up. So you just mix these up. Make sure you have enough. We add just a little bit more beer to here. And a little bit of beer to here. Just saying, it's Collab by Request. The rules are different. I like beer because it adds a little bit of flavor. And also, the bubbles makes the batter just a little bit lighter. If you remember when we made our injera and what the club soda did to it. So this is good. I'm going to mix this up and I'm just going to go put it right on my griddle. So after your griddle is plenty heated up, we're going to make it, and it's pretty much the process of making just regular pancakes. That's the nice thing about these things. And, potato pancakes can be used for dinner. They can be used for breakfast, lunch. You make them with eggs. You make them big. You make them small. And, the first one probably might not work. Or it might. You just never know. It's kind of the luck of pancakes. You just never know the process you go through and you make the pancakes. Sometimes they work and you wait for them to bubble up. And you can just smell the peppers a little bit. Now, the Chimayo peppers are optional. You can put anything you want in here. You can put more onions. You put different kinds of peppers. The thing is that I love just the flavor of the potatoes. That's why I really like pulverizing them in the Nutribullet. We flip these guys over, just like regular pancakes. So that's it. These are done. Isn't that amazing? This is so easy. We took some shortcuts. We had some dehydrated potatoes, which made it a little bit easier to cook. These things cook once on the griddle just in a matter of minutes. Is that even minutes it took? It might have just been seconds. And it heaves up for its final little cook there. Put these on the plate. And you can eat these the way they are, or you can put some sour cream on them, put some bacon on them, put some eggs on them, have them with pork. Have them any way you want. But the way we do it here, we cook it just like a bastard. For Clap by request.
Don't miss that little something and cook like a bastard today.
Are you good? You got a show?